What is up, Florida Moto Talk? Tristan here. John and some of the other boys, Mike and Alex, are all at Barber this weekend because they're assholes. So here I am. I went and had a bit of a hooligan around on the Monster earlier, and now I am going to try to finally get this shifter sorted out on the 749, which we have discussed ad nauseum. So hopefully finish that up today. And then I did remember that I also have DNA air filters to put in the bike. I've heard that can be a pain in the ass on this model, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll figure it out. They kind of live in there, from what I understand. So I may have to lift the tank to do that, in which case, if I'm doing that, fine. I'll move these lines around myself and inspect them, and hopefully nothing looks scary. And they all look whole and healthy. So anyway, enough talking about this. You guys are probably sick of the shifter thing by now. But shout out to the people who have been watching and enjoying this series. A few of you have reached out to me privately from all over the world, actually. And, you know, the 749-999 for such a hated bike when it came out is so very beloved now. So, you know, for me, I kind of always liked it. I was 12 when it came out, so it just looked futuristic and mean. Now that I've ridden one, I worship the thing. So yeah, I appreciate you guys reaching out and watching this. In other news, I have the rear rotor on the way for the extra wheel. I did preemptively and smartly order 2 sets of rear wheel bearings all those months ago, so I can do it for both. And the new wheel and the chain adjusters and stuff I'm gonna have Cerakoted in the next couple weeks here. And then I should be ordering the rear shock very shortly. And yeah, this thing's gonna shred this year. Hopefully I can keep up with it and hopefully get that A group bump, because intermediate gets hectic. So let's get to it. Okay, a bunch of finagling around with everything, and I think it's ballpark where I'm going to be happy with it. So I guess there's nothing left to do but take it for a test ride. So I'm gonna clean up this area so I can actually get the bike out of here and back in, and hopefully this works. Alright, so I hate working on these things, and after months and months and months of working on it or looking at it and not riding it, you start to wonder, is this all worth it, or should I just buy some Japanese thing and send it off to a mechanic to just tune up every year? Just after a stupid little test ride on a kind of disused road, yeah, it's worth it. So I had what I think was a manufacturing defect with the shift rod I had before I left. So you may have noticed in the test ride video that the OEM one is back on there. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not gonna blast anyone or anything. I think it's just one of those things, and I have a video and stuff that I'll send them, and I have no doubt that they will take care of it accordingly. So, just did the test ride. The angle of the little shift pedal thingy was a little off. Felt great for upshifts, but was a pain in the ass to get my foot underneath for downshifts. So I've adjusted that. I've paint penned all my little bolts so I can keep an eye that nothing is wiggling itself free. And should be basically set with that. If the other company sends me another shift rod, I may put that on, or I may just hold it as a spare and just keep this the way it is right now. I don't know. We'll see how motivated I'm feeling at that point. So now I might see if I can slap these air filters in relatively easily, and I don't know, then it's basically just time to give it a bath, tidy it up, and wait for the last couple bits to arrive that I don't feel like messing with, and ship it off to Ducati of Tampa Bay. So let's see how easy these air filters are and if I'm gonna bother doing them today. Alright, so the battery died during recording that last little time lapse, so hopefully it saved the footage. One side air filter is in. I'm gonna do the other side later because it is so damn hot. It doesn't look like it, but I am actually making progress. So the fuel lines and stuff that I was worried about down here, they look okay. So I'm just gonna tuck them back on top of the motor there. Get them out of the way. Get the bike looking pretty. And then yeah, do the other side air filter, which is a little more of a pain in the ass because the coolant reservoir tank is over there. But worst case, if I have to drain that, whatever, then I can put some water wetter in it for the warmer temperatures, because I actually just had distilled water in there before and it ran a little hot in May. I mean, honestly, not as hot as it did on the street, just hotter than I got used to it being on the racetrack. So, yeah, I'm gonna call that for now. Still haven't put the steering damper on the Monster, but I just really want to get this bike done and put back on the trailer and out of the way. So, you can see my amount of junk on the trailer actually just looks worse. But I promise I have been throwing stuff away. So, yeah, that's where we're going to call it for part 5. Hope you're enjoying it, and keep this going.